Good morning, everybody. It is March 25th, 2020. Welcome to all of you and happy Wednesday to you. Well, it's not the happiest times we live in, of course. The big issue is what the future looks like, as it always does. Sometimes it's a little more an object of curiosity, and other times it's an object of real close scrutiny, and that's where we stand today. I was quite taken by, the President of the United States has to walk a very fine line between realism and instilling confidence and leadership in people. And you can see recently that the President has really been walking that fence line. On one side, he really wants to push off and just kind of have a Darwinian response because he sees what the effect is on the economy, notwithstanding bounce back rallies and movements in the stock market. He knows he's got advisors telling him we need to look beyond those things to whether we're going to recover. And the fact of the matter is, the longer we're off the job for whatever reason, the riskier it is that we may have a real bunch of trouble on our hands. And he even mentioned the S word, and I'm not talking about the SH. He mentioned the real possibility of dramatic increases in the number of suicides in this nation if things don't get sorted out. That's really serious. In my lifetime, I can't think of a president ever broaching that particular subject, but it does give a glimpse into the thought processes and the input that he is receiving here, and wants to, in the worst way, just now probably throw caution to the wind, open up the gates of, well, for lack of a better word, hell. And, well, if you pass along the way, it's a shame, okay, but everybody else is going to get back to work. Now, that's a strange world to think about as we immunize each other or spread the disease. If we recover, we're immunized, but if we pass it to the wrong person, they die for whatever reason, their genetic composition or however it was transmitted. And we're supposed to function in a world where high rates of death, something on the order of 3 million people could die in our midst under that scenario, and possibly more, 3% of half of the people in the United States becoming infected. It's kind of a ghoulish thought, isn't it? It's a horrifying thought. But it shows you the difficulty that's facing the President of the United States as he looks towards the future, and he says things like you want to make sure the cure is not worse than the disease here. So you can tell he's very worried, as rightly he should be, as is the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, promising unlimited monies, and the Federal Reserve backing up everything on planet Earth right now in the way of debts and things like that. So it really is, it is in some ways like being on the poker table. And, well, we're pushing all in with everything we have here. And now it's a waiting and a very nervous call here as the cards get flipped over and we see where we stand. But anyway, certainly caught my eye when the talk of rapidly rising suicides as a response to job loss and all that. We shall see. Not something that we want to think about, but it's certainly something that we have to consider as we look ahead. Thanks for watching, everyone.